Konnichiwa, minasan. It's your boy, OP14, and as you can probably tell from the title, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make Sonic stickers.
You're full of shit!
Alright guys, hear me out. I know I promised you guys that I would teach you how to make Sonic sprite animations, but what if we instead just did another Sonic drawing tutorial? My fault. Okay, let me quit messing around. Yeah, in all seriousness, there were a few reasons why I kinda didn't want to make this video, or a few reasons why I have been putting off making this video for a long time. One is because one of the animation apps that I use, FlipaClip, has changed significantly a lot over the years since I first started using it, and it's made things a lot more complicated / difficult to use. And the other reason is, as some of you may know, I just don't really like talking or listening to my own voice all that much. I'm also not the best at teaching others or explaining things in like a simple and not confusing way, but that is something I have been trying to get over for a while so I can make more videos like this. Anyway, let's get it started. Oh, actually, one more thing. I'm showing you guys how I specifically make sprite animations. If you guys want to make real high quality stuff like this or this, then maybe you might want to look for another tutorial, because FlipaClip also isn't the best animation app in terms of quality. So yeah, there's that. I mean, I don't want to say it's completely impossible to do it with the method I'm going to show you, but I just want to let you guys know that there may be other methods or other tutorials that aren't as complicated. Okay, let's first get into all the things that you're going to need. All you need to make animations is an iPhone, the app FlipaClip, and the app CapCut. If you don't have an iPhone,
I'm so sorry for you.
I mean, I don't know if Samsung phones work the same way iPhones do, so there may or may not be a way you could do this all with the Samsung as well. One of the other things that you're gonna need is a shit ton of storage.
No storage.
If you got a lot of photos in your gallery, this is gonna be a little difficult for you, but maybe that won't be a problem for you if you buy storage. Alright, let me show you the tool or the feature on iPhones that is going to help you make all of your sprite animations. If you swipe down, you may see this double circle icon. This button is what's going to allow you to screen record your animations off FlipaClip. But if you don't see it, you can go into settings, go to Control Center, and then look for the button that says screen record. Then you're going to want to drag it up to included controls, and that should let you be able to screen record. And you should see it when you scroll down now. Now, you're going to want to start looking for sprite sheets, and the place where I get most of my sprite sheets are from DeviantArt, but there are also other places like Spriter's Resource, but let's stick with DeviantArt for right now. If you see a sprite sheet that you like, you can click on their post and then hit this arrow. Then you want to hit view and then hold or tap and hold onto the sprite sheet, and then it should give you the option to add to photos. Now that we got the sprite sheet that we want, we can open up FlipaClip, start a project, hit the 3 dots at the top, hit add photo, and then just select the sprite sheet. Now, because FlipaClip is so weird, sometimes the photos or sometimes the sprites will come out looking a little blurry, and if that happens, this is what you need to do. You want to select layers, and then select the layer above the one that you just pasted your sprite sheet in. Then tap on this arrow next to the percentage, then scroll down to where you see pixel effect, then just turn it up a little bit. Also, make sure that the sprite sheet that you have is already selected. If it's not, this will not work. Now, all you're gonna do is tap and hold on one of the corners and then expand the sprite sheet. Yeah, like I said, FlipaClip is weird. I don't know why this is even a thing that you can do. It was just something that I found out you could do when I was randomly experimenting one day. But yeah, that should make the sprite sheet look clear and not blurry, but this will also take up a lot of space on the canvas that you have. So what you want to do is copy and paste it by hitting this button right here, then paste it onto a new canvas. Once you got that done, we can start animating. Something that you're going to want to make sure you do before you start is make sure that all of your backgrounds are one singular color, like either green or purple, so that when we're editing in CapCut, you can remove the backgrounds, basically like a green screen. But also note that sometimes you might have to change the color of your background depending on the character. For example, Sonic's eyes are green, so you should probably use a color like purple for the background. But if you were animating a character that had purple and green on them, then you'd probably want to try a color like blue or red maybe. So what I usually do is I go to the layer below the sprite sheet and then just use the paint bucket tool and then fill in that layer with whichever color that you want. Now that that's done, all you have to do is basically follow the rubric of the sprite sheet and use the screen record function I showed you earlier and then just record your animation. And with that will conclude everything that we do on FlipaClip. Now we're going to move on to editing in CapCut. Now you're going to want to open up CapCut and then start a project. Select a background. I usually go with the white background, but you can also make your own backgrounds in FlipaClip if you want to. Then you're going to want to look for the sprite animation that you recorded and then just paste it or import it into the project or edit as a overlay. And now you're going to want to remove the background by looking for the chroma key, and then you're going to want to select the color of the background and then turn the intensity up or down depending on what you want it to look like. Now with this next step, I'm going to show you how to move your animation. You're going to want to select this rhombus symbol with a plus next to it. This is kind of hard to explain, but I'm going to do my best. Let's say that you wanted to move your animation to the right. You're going to place 2 of these diamonds on your overlay and then drag your animation to the right. And depending on how fast or slow you want your animation to move, like let's say you wanted your animation to move to the right really fast, you would want to place 2 diamonds very close to each other on your overlay, and that should make the movement of your animation going to the right really fast. And if you wanted your animation to move to the right or left very slow, then you would have to space the 2 diamonds away from each other more, like this. And that should make your animation very slow. And the same applies if you want to move it up or down, or maybe zooming into your animation or zooming out. And now the last and final step that I usually do to my animations is add effects, which you can find right here. And then you can just add whatever effect that you want to your animations. Also, while you're browsing and looking through effects that you want, you can tap and hold onto them to add them to favorites, so you won't have to keep looking for them every time you want to use them. And yeah, that's basically everything that you need to know on how to make sprite animations. I implore you guys to always try to experiment and try new things while you're animating and creating things, because that's how I figured out how to do all of this. Basically just messing around and seeing what works and what doesn't work. You might even stumble upon things that I never knew you could do. But yeah, I think that's everything. I really hope I'm not forgetting anything, but if I am, I'll try to comment, or if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try to respond to it. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind dropping a like for your boy, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, now go show us how creative you can be.
素晴らしい